Okay, so let's talk about DNA fragmentation testing and how you can make money with it. DNA fragmentation refers to breaks or damage in the genetic material contained within sperm cells. While standard semen analysis looks at sperm count, motility, and morphology, it cannot assess the integrity of the DNA within those sperm cells. This is where DNA fragmentation testing becomes crucial, as damaged DNA can significantly impact fertility outcomes even when conventional semen parameters appear normal. A man can have normal semen parameters and still experience infertility, miscarriages, or failed IVF cycles because his sperm DNA is fragmented. In simple terms, the sperm looks fine on the outside, but the genetic material inside is damaged. Think of sperm DNA as a step by step instruction manual for creating a baby. DNA fragmentation is like having pages with missing or scrambled information, making it harder to follow the instructions correctly. Now, the DNA within sperm exists in a highly compacted form, protected by specialized proteins. When this DNA becomes fragmented, whether through single strand breaks, double strand breaks, or other means, it compromises the sperm's ability to fertilize an egg successfully and support healthy embryo development. Couples experiencing unexplained infertility often find answers through DNA fragmentation testing, as there are studies that indicate that high fragmentation levels can reduce natural conception rates by up to 50%. This hidden issue is why DNA fragmentation testing has become an increasingly important tool in fertility and reproductive health. High levels of sperm DNA fragmentation are associated with difficulty conceiving naturally, recurrent miscarriages, failed IVF or ICSI cycles, and poor embryo development. Since DNA fragmentation affects the sperm's ability to properly fertilize an egg and support healthy embryo development after fertilization, this makes the test especially valuable for couples trying to conceive, couples with unexplained infertility, couples preparing for IVF, recurrent pregnancy loss, men over 40, men with varicocele, which is the enlargement of veins within the scrotum, smoking history, obesity, or chronic stress. So, what causes DNA fragmentation? Some common causes are oxidative stress, smoking, excessive alcohol use, poor diet, or nutrient deficiencies, environmental pollutants, heat exposure like saunas, laptops, tight clothing, radiation exposure, exposure to industrial chemicals, infections, chronic inflammation, varicocele, and advanced age. Because many of these factors are modifiable, DNA fragmentation testing often opens the door to targeted interventions such as quitting smoking, stopping alcohol intake, heat exposure reduction, stress management, and antioxidant therapy. Now, let's talk about why DNA fragmentation testing is a good service to offer clients. Because when you offer DNA fragmentation testing, you're not just offering another lab test, you're offering answers when everything else looks normal, clarity for couples stuck in uncertainty, and actionable insights that can change outcomes. Your role is to educate the client, coordinate the sample collection. For example, you can have them do it at home and just send it off once the result comes. You deliver and explain the result. The result is typically reported as a DNA fragmentation index, aka DFI. Low DFI means healthier sperm DNA, and high DFI means increased fertility risk. Under 15% is considered good, 15 to 30% is considered moderate risk, and over 30% is considered high risk. Anyway, the process would be something like this. You have a consultation with the client. Sample is properly packaged and shipped to the lab for analysis. Results are sent to you by the lab. You send and go over the results with the client. Simple as that. You should market DNA fragmentation testing to couples with unexplained infertility, IVF patients who've had failed cycles, men who've been told everything looks fine, health conscious men optimizing fertility, egg freezing and embryo banking clients, and fertility clinics as a referral partner. Now, I'm going to tell you how to explain this test to potential clients. A simple explanation would be this test looks at the quality of the DNA inside sperm, not just how the sperm looks or moves. Even healthy looking sperm can carry damaged DNA, which can affect fertilization, embryo development, and pregnancy success. Also, rather than being a one time test, DNA fragmentation testing encourages repeat testing after targeted interventions, allowing clients to objectively assess whether treatments such as lifestyle changes, antioxidant therapy, or medical interventions via their healthcare professional have improved sperm DNA integrity over time. So, the same client may return for follow up testing over time to track improvement after interventions. In conclusion, DNA fragmentation testing addresses one of the most overlooked causes of infertility, hidden DNA damage. So, by offering this service, you're not just selling a test, you're helping clients understand why outcomes may not be happening and what can be done next. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did and you want my help starting your own DNA testing business, I've left a link in the description below where you can apply to work with me directly. But other than that, I thank you for watching to the end. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.